Vibe with me, yeah, vibe with me. Hey, vibe with me, yeah, vibe with me. Vibe with me, yeah, vibe with me. Vibe with me, yeah, vibe with me. Vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe. 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 Vibe with me, yeah, vibe with me. 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 Vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe. Vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe. Vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe. Vibe with me, vibe with me, alright. Vibrate, wobble, then shake. Drop down like heavyweight. Bring it up like elevate. To in a larger state. Vibe with me like magazine. We bout dough, yeah, we bout cream. Like breakfast, babe, golden pastry. So materialistic it seems. Nowadays, yeah, nowadays. Vibrate, wobble, then shake. Like some towers back in '01. But only planes we know are astral planes. Bust it all open like a new bag of chips. From wall to wall, we hit the dip. Now we hit the clubs that are hitting licks.
Come listen to poetry that's been motorized. Used to see the emotion that has been mobilized. Yo, this city's emotion don't have a social life. So I got this pen to allow me to socialize. Lately I've been busy battling this war inside. I was faced with some losses that left me horrified. There was never an option to be a normal guy. And if there was, sorry, I was never notified. But I was modified to go seek out more in life. It's time I used the hand I was dealt and roll the dice. Yeah, having someone's help could be short and nice. But I must look upon myself to be the source of life. Are you sure it's right? When do you know it's real? With all that I've been through, why don't I know the drill? When I think I got it, I'm lonely still. Maybe this is how being in love's supposed to feel. The devil's coming, he's trying to hold me back. He's here to make sure that my soul is trapped. But the angels coming, and they got my back. They're here to make sure that my soul's intact. I said the devil's coming, he's trying to hold me back. He's here to make sure that my soul is trapped. But the angels coming, and they got my back. They're here to make sure that my soul's intact. Yes, nothing like a good rap to loosen me up a bit. Thank you. Those are, a piece of me to you. Yeah, so I'm just, who's your hero? Who really needs saved? Are you trying to save everybody else? Are you neglecting the person who ultimately needs saving? I realize that I'm my hero. Now I can only save myself. Nobody else can do anything for me. It's up to me. So this is that journey. Thank you for joining me. At the end of each day, I'm not sure who I become. Why do I keep having nightmares where all I do is run? Now I become the very thing that I've been running from. Smoking weed all the time is no longer fun. Yet I smoke in hopes it will take the pain away. Every day I say today's the day to change the ways. Then I turn the levy on the J. I continue to play these games and remain the same. It's time that I break these chains. I can't escape the pain or erase the stain. I must face the pain and embrace the change. I never thought becoming an addict could happen to me. And trying to avoid the tragic's exactly what happened to me. I think it's time for me to let go and start flapping my wings. Become the human being that I am happy to see in myself. Fight against the evil forces that keep me in hell. I have to do this on my own, I don't need no one else. Trapped in my own thoughts, losing my mind. I'm afraid if I look within, I won't know who I will find. Design this master high behind that I produced over time. Now the only light being saving is truthfully mine. Today I must learn to let my fear go. I have to do whatever it takes to become my hero. I'm just trying to figure this out. Had all this anger in me and didn't know why. I hated my parents, I couldn't even look in their eye. I blamed them for the way that I was living my life. Felt like I was only destined to live the stereotype. I was lost, looking for the quickest way out. Started to feel like my own any day now. Didn't know that I was depressed, no, couldn't be me. I would never confess to myself that I hurt so deep. I just covered it up every time I burned some weed. A lie behind a smile is what I learned to be. To the point where I forgot that I was suffering. Then one day I took off this mask, and what did I see? I saw a broken-hearted child using the hand he was dealt, blaming the whole world for all the damage he felt, failing to realize he's the one who damaged himself. Now saving his own life, he'll have to manage himself. Now I'm just trapped in my own thoughts, losing my mind. I'm afraid if I look within, I won't know who I will find. Design this master I behind the I produce over time. Now the only life needed saving is truthfully mine. I'm trapped in my own thoughts, losing my mind. I'm afraid if I look within, I won't know who I will find. Design this master I behind the I produce over time. Now the only life needed saving is truthfully mine. Today I must learn to let my fear go. I have to do whatever it takes to become my hero. I said, today I must learn to let my fear go. I must do whatever it takes to become my hero. It's up to me to be the Batman of my Gotham, to be the hero that I need when I look in the mirror. That's the person who's always there. Thank y'all. Ever since our first date, when I showed up late, I've been slowly falling in love at a dramatic rate. This is just too good to be true. It must be fake. No, it must be fake. This is already written. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around the fact that I have finally found the one I'd like to spend my life with till death do us part. I knew you were the one the moment you stepped in my heart. Now I hope that I can express it with art. I see the poetry in your smile, the rhythm that's in your style, the song that your heart sings, the music your soul plays, the lyrics of every thought. God sent me my soulmate. I'm so grateful. You complete me in every angle. I pray that I'm able to be the legs to your table. I hold you stable. You never have to question if I'm faithful. This song symbolizes my commitments. Betting you now become a major part of my existence. So this is how it feels to be in love. I can get used to loving you, and this is what it does. It's like God designed this love and feeling just for us. You don't need to what it means to be in love. If I'm not here, listen to the words that I say. For all we know, tomorrow could be gone today. But if God allows me, Betty, I'ma love you forever. When I look at you, my heart stops and I lose my breath. Then it suddenly pops straight through my chest. I don't have a lot to give, but I'll do my best. Who knows, maybe one day with this music I could show you the world. Just you, your son, and I. We gon' run until we fly. The love we make together is when I really come alive. You're my favorite part of nature. You're the apple of my eye. You make loving you easy, just as simple as breathing. You give this melody meaning. You become the words that I write. I thank your mother deeply because she gave birth to my wife. I strive to be everything that you deserve in this life. I just hope it's enough because my soul is in love. Would you like to plant a seed and grow a family tree? We don't need us to plan B, let's make this family be. I still can't believe that you were my 7th grade crush. I'm willing to go wherever this road may take us. From my here, listen to the words I say. For all we know, tomorrow could be gone today. But if God allows me, baby, I'ma love you forever. So this is how it feels to be in love. I could be used to loving you, but this is what it does. It's like God designed this love and feeling just for us. You give me the meaning to what it means to be in love. I'm ready, my love for you is more than ready. I got plenty of love to give you if you let me. I said Betty, my love for you is more than ready. I got plenty of love to give you if you let me. I said Betty.
Hey.
Use your apparel to be a ticking time bomb. How could they not expect you to blow up? I'm convinced that retail security systems are the most unbiased beings in buildings these days. They don't base thieves of how black, brown bodies be. Yet alarms and eyes of employees will be set off. If you look suspicious to individuals who only knew minorities through pay-per-view, I mean they take morning paper, view, articles skewed, true reading, a quarter past curfew. 2 dudes pull out drive-through to pull a drive-through, slide through, boop, boop, bullets rip right through innocent few, a 12-year-old teen and her little nephew. They group you in same crew, see you as loose screw, as if all non-white feet fit same shoe. As if all sneakers on suspects should be suspect to be stolen, accusing your apparel to be a ticking time bomb and expecting you to blow up. As store clerk asks odd inquiries like, do you plan to purchase Parker you're presently wearing? You can't help but bellow laughter to negate nerves and anxieties, burning so violently yet you try to stay cool, though your self-conscious drive wonders about those in rear view. Oh, the uncomfortable feeling when checkout lines turn to traffic stops. As you sit in front keeping traffic stopped, short-tempered shoppers stare at your back with such intensity that you feel heat vision, supposedly meat mist, and jacket that starts racking from retail factions simply your ratchet ways will make you see prison. As condescending cashiers copy cops, giving orders as if high authority over minorities, treating you horribly, commanding you to act normally, strip off jacket or we'll do it forcefully, not just asking you to take down get up willfully, but strip yourself of dignity. Staring at you like a creeper, so you feel like a creature. A brute that's given space to conduct self-pat-down procedures, pulling out pockets, dropping everything inside, lit pennies and pride. Now store clerk realized that when you said, I didn't take it, you didn't lie. So they reach the sleeves and pull out make-believe. Playing games to make brains believe their CSI tactics are valid. Feeling for security tactics that aren't there. Scanning inner tag that instructs you how to wash out guilt. I mean how to cycle through excuses. I mean how to spin the truth. You know what? This is no time for schemes, but I wonder if they know the tide they bring can't wash away stains and false dirt and publicly exposes. So it only makes sense to see explosions if you accuse a parent to be a ticking time bomb. But some of us are professional bomb squad graduates with enough knowledge to know how to diffuse situations while keeping light lit till it draws litigations, adopting wisdom whispered through red tongues that Iron State prophecy hostily threatened Native Americans. Fangs filled with venomous hate that alter faith through violence so great despite the weight their spirits never shattered. Never did hearts harbor hate hell of their colonizers. Nor did they trade integrity for lack of clarity, but kept trusting in God's entity, adopting nonviolence as identity, while still finding traces that manifest destiny, acknowledging that tussling ain't between blood and bone, but to sustain soul solid sitting behind blood and bone, while sacrificing blood and bone to dethrone those prone to condone prejudice measurements, placing slaves in unfair rows, yet when chains break, motions to exit us. When we find that fortitude, even in the minimal, even in the eyes of the critical, forgiving sins of cynical, even when difficult, not allowing ourselves to blow up. Am I good? Weight to boss, I cannot lift. Jog the track and gap the bit. Steps ahead, athletes can't keep up. Who's gonna reach time mess? We'll see this. I can't keep. Okay, let me. As I was about to say, that beat you like. Okay. This is better. All right. I said, okay. I said, most of rappers counterfeit. This is why I cannot fit. Toss the head, I bow to it. I pass the fist, attacking it. Wait to boss, I cannot lift. Jog the track, we got the bit. Steps ahead, athletes can't keep up. But we're gonna reach time back, we'll feet up. Kick back, with the heat up, and with the vocab, so feet up, scripture, give a picture. The word is exactly when you light fixture, face to Botox. Give you blisters on them socks. No rocks, concocted paradox. The paradox is a box that can fit an ox. Bro, got to get caught in my trap. Third, I can't see where the mind's at. There's a record, can't see where the sign's at. But I follow with the faith of black cat. MCs turn hoes when they rap. Don't think like hat, don't think Jack. Get Jack my hair and he kills that. Cause about his mother day wrestling mat and sunrise back. Okay. Oh, we don't need a mic. Okay.
Everybody, what's up next?
Okay.
Give me the mic, really I'm nice. Niggas be hating, cause really I'm like the heaviest in the building, these niggas be like. I told you I'm really fire, my niggas come light the whole building up. Really, I be chillin', what you got on your mind? Just know I got weed and I'm feeling Dutchess. Blunts and niggas stuntin', what is it for? Niggas see me, I'm killing shit and I really ignore all that hate and fabrication. Niggas know I'm back to waiting, making sure these chicks get ready and relax. I'm just making it happen. Niggas act like they wanna get smacked, and I smack them, they getting jacked. Give me your racks, give me your hat. I do not give a fuck what you got on your feet, them slacks. I take it too for slacking too. Niggas be acting like really they back to do what I'm doing. Niggas cats confused, nigga.
Stalked. Burn that body that was Emmett Till. I wonder if hip-hop held the hostels' white coats. Before the KKK noosed niggas, I wonder if rap rope around necks, cause you know that rap music been breaking our black babies for years. Like, remember that time turntables took 22 teens, tortured till tummies tumbled to terror? Or when the Fugees wrote a track so violent that it literally took folks and started killing them softly? And you can't have forgot when Run DMC's track left the 16 backs of 16 blacks on the curve whack and be the rap. I mean, Fox News and church pews have same views when it comes to hip-hop's hit list. That's capped more colors than cricket, cops, and kids covering Crayola markers combined. That's placed more chains and handed out more whips. Placed more chains and handed out more whips than any radical colonizer ever could. You will not hear the privilege in that persuasion. Like outsiders looking in Section 8 homes or kinfolks celebrate culture. Frenzying feet finessed in fancy footwear. Resonated with rhythmic rhymes, sharing the atmosphere of broken beings who've been told time and time that they don't mean much. Nas, Pop, KRS-One, redeemed wrecked ones ripped by world rap is Afrocentric worship, but all outsiders here is guns and bass and turn their face saying rap lacks grace, but let me not bring on my narrative right. Noise that neurologically nudged me negatively. Like when whites drop N-bombs outside window while whipping down one way as I walked, reminding me of my inadequacies. Or when that principal told others that this kid delivered from urban area Times was bad news after only scanning my cover, skimming it with presumptuous eyes, taking no time to look inside and discover delicate layers of a scared black boy on front page who just wanted to be loved and accepted. When these experiences will be broken, God birthed bravery into this black broken being. Boom bap brilliance by Bismarck's mouth melodies reminded me that when the world war is against us, when politicians pose so pompously, acting as if they know adversity sting while standing outside its hurts, calling anything abnormal to their experience ignorance, we gon' be alright. But yes, let's blame that rap music. Point out her obvious flaws and ignore her unsung beauties. Sweeping shards of society hurts under rug that broken glass of gentrification, drugs pouring into urban ends of nation, that teacher turning face from students struggling with single-parent home situations, blaming their failure on the lack of efforts and laziness. So that guy or gal don't got a good GPA, then that GBA nuisance playing game. Boy, advance, GBA, little more focused, note this, jot it down, turn around, take words back, don't go backwards, you just need A-E, G. But yes, let's blame that rap music. Let's blame that rap music. She's used to taking her shots and hits at this point. That's that one. I do. My cousin told me I was being too obsessive, lacking so much trust that my pose is so possessive. And I'll continue to regret if I remain regressive, because no one's truly free when we agree to be oppressive. I think you missed the blind side, Jack. Eyes in that rear view, yet still your hindsight lack. Paranoid of attacks, history coming back. Fears, all this in your genes, so you give no one slacks. You keep shorty within borders. My devil hoarder, by disorder, you just hoard her. Tell her to follow orders. Treat her like a god, so of course you overlord her. Like if she don't text back within minutes, you accuse her of texting other men. It's made up in your mind that she might hit it, quit it. With quick wit, you're fitted to make sure you're not outwitted. Ready to say outwitted if she seems outwitted. You permitted, transmitted past transgressions to be admitted, but you can't admit it. Cause last damsel you trusted dipped out. Turn your world upside down, so you flipped out mentally. Grew more cynical, left all principles. Heart hurled in a pit, so of course it feels pitiful. Hella critical, but riddle me this. Can you have good connection if you have bad bandwidth? And will she band with a boy who be a bad bandit? Robbing her for freedom, stealing all of her joy? If you really dig her, then bury that foolish ploy. Not in a way that merely masks it, but face it, acknowledge it, and put it in the casket, cause I think you have been being so obsessive, lacking so much trust that your pose is so possessive. And you'll continue to regret if you remain regressive, cause no one's truly free when we agree to be oppressive. I know this to be true due to a friend who had a feud with a dude who wanted her more than a friend after the first date. But wait, dude thought things were great after one dinner y'all ate? That's weird, but okay. I guess you see everything when you go on blind dates. This man was crazy. Dang near wanted her baby, yeah. Yeah, you guys can call it love sick, but I'm sure this cat had rabies. He's a nice guy. I should have said that. One night, dude got reckless. Shorty cut him off and that hurt, left him headless. She left possessions in his presence, clothes, rings, and necklace. Dude was relentless, saying, you won't get this back unless you be my precious. Acting so senseless, jealous. Now I understand perspective. Yeah, dude was desperate, carnally tempted. But when you keep loyalty in question, you'll always be a skeptic. Never temperate, always blocking exits, keeping people on lock while keeping your peace arrested. This dude was a prisoner to his fear. Lies and told his inadequacies that no one would come near. So when women walked in, his soul was so unclear of what they say together, or he'd never see her forever. So he cracked under pressure, crushed her, clinging beyond measure. The hourly beef, he wouldn't let her go, he'd gain the greatest treasure. But I think he had been being so obsessive, lacking so much trust that his pose is so possessive. And he'll continue to regret if he remains regressive, because no one's truly free when we agree to be Cool, these are awesome. That's it, thank you.